Before I get to the main event, I have to acknowledge and let our co-promoter know that what a wonderful job Eddie Hearn has been doing with DAZN, with promoting by far the best heavyweight in our sport today, and Anthony Joshua. He is the best promoter in the UK, and he's come down to conquer America, and we are here working as partners to conquer boxing for the better, to make sure that that the fans are not only getting their money's worth, but that the fans we want to make sure that they don't have to fork over their $80 anymore for a pay-per-view. So without any further ado, our co-promoter from Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn. Eddie.
Thank you, Oscar. It's a pleasure to work with you guys at Golden Boy, and I'm very excited about the partnership ahead. Not only are you great promoters, but you're also great dressers. I mean, I love that scarf you've got on. Bernard, that hat is on another level. I borrowed your polo neck this morning. I saw you with this one on yesterday. And I'd like to also thank Eric Gomez. Eric, where are you? Down there. Thank you for everything. And particularly my friend Robert Diaz, who we've worked with for a number of years now. And I'm excited to be linking up and using each other's shows to make sure that we can keep our fighters as active as possible. It's extremely important. You see so many great fighters in America who are fighting once a year, twice a year tops. It's not good for their profile, it's not good for their career, it's not good for their development. And on this show, we're lucky enough to have two of our special talents, one particularly in Katie Taylor, 6-time European champion, 5-time world amateur champion, Olympic champion, and also now the unified lightweight champion of the world. She has huge support in Ireland and in America. And of course, Tevin Farmer, in my opinion, the number 130-pounder in world boxing. Lighting up the place. If you read his story, it's incredible. Thrown in the deep end early on in his career, come through, now the most active world champion in boxing. He boxed in Boston in October. He's boxing this Saturday at Madison Square Garden. If he wins, we'll be taking him home to Philly in March as well. This is a fantastic card. And normally when you put a superstar of boxing on like Canelo, sometimes I've seen some of these American promoters have a little bit of a thin card. Not on Saturday. A couple of world championship fights, a great co-main event as well with Turiano Johnson against David Lemieux. Ryan Garcia, I'm a big fan. Brilliant, brilliant night of boxing. In here, Madison Square Gardens, the mecca of boxing. I want to thank Joel Fisher and the team, Sal as well at MSG, to think of the great fights that have been staged here in the past. Right in front of you there. LaMotta, Sugar Ray Robinson, Ali Frazier 1 and 2. So many great nights of boxing. It's an absolute honour to even be involved in a card here. Of course, we want to thank DAZN. You know, recently we announced our 16-fight deal in the US with them. We've now expanded to Italy and Germany with them as well. This is a game changer for world boxing. Like Oscar said, normally US fight fans would need to put their hands in their pockets for $80, $100 this weekend. That's changing. It's free to watch this Saturday for Canelo against Rocky Fielding. And I applaud Golden Boy for taking that move, believing in DAZN like we did as well. Not only is it a great deal for fans in terms of price, but the production is top draw. You've got Akim Barak, you've got Kay Adams over there, you've got Sergio Mora, you've got Sugar Ray Robinson, you've got Michael Buffer exclusive as well to DAZN. This really is a revolution of boxing, and already since its launch in September, we've produced over 10 world championship fights, launching the service with, as Oscar said, the best heavyweight in world boxing, Anthony Joshua, and now you have the other biggest star in world boxing, Canelo. In my opinion, the two standout stars in world boxing, in Anthony Joshua and Canelo Alvarez, already part of the DAZN banner. It's very exciting times. On to the main event. This is a great, great story. I remember Eric Gomez phoning me up saying, would Rocky Fielding like to fight Canelo Alvarez? After I dropped the phone, I picked it back up and I phoned Rocky Fielding. Not once did he ask about the money, not once did he ask about the date. It was a yes, because this is what it's all about. This is everything to Rocky Fielding. This is the opportunity of a lifetime to come here to box in Madison Square Gardens and to defend his world title. against Canelo Alvarez. One thing I promise you from Rocky Fielding is plenty of ability, plenty of heart, and a great fighting spirit and the will to win. And I believe he's going to give Canelo Alvarez absolutely everything he has and everything he can handle right here on Saturday night. So thank you to everyone. And right now I'd like to introduce the trainer for Rocky Fielding, a guy who has taken him from strength to strength, was the mastermind behind Rocky Fielding's great victory in Germany to win his world title. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Moore.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here. The final press conference for Canelo versus Rocky. And I have been all over New York City this week, and everywhere I go there's a huge buzz. And I want to start by saying, ladies and gentlemen, pay-per-view is dead. I'm actually happy to announce that pay-per-view is dead. On Saturday night, December 15th, Canelo Alvarez will experience a lot of firsts. It will be his first fight in the Mecca of boxing at Madison Square Garden. It will be the first fight of his historic contract with DAZN, and it will be his first time traveling up to the 168 pounds with the pound weight class, as he looks to make history by becoming one of a very small list of Mexican fighters to become a 3-division world champion. And then there's Rocky, who has perhaps the most recognized first name in all of boxing. Rocky Fielding will look to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime by facing the biggest star of boxing and defending his WBA middleweight title at the same time. We absolutely have a stacked card full of competitive battles that I will talk about in a minute. There's a couple of tickets left. Roughly less than 500 tickets are left. So if you want to purchase at Madison Square Garden box office, you can purchase at all Ticketmaster outlets. You can go to goldenboytickets.com or msgtickets.com. And if you can't make it to the Garden in what should be a historical night, you can always download the app, DAZN. And we are extremely proud to have been able to strike a deal with such visionaries, not only in the sport of boxing, but in sports in general. For me, it's a bittersweet moment to talk about pay-per-view being dead, because my career was built on pay-per-view, but this digital platform is thinking about the fans, is thinking about the consumers. So this fight, Canelo versus Rocky, you will be able to download DAZN for free for 1 month and watch this historical night where Canelo Alvarez will be able to showcase his talents and fight against a bigger guy, a heavier guy, a stronger guy, a champion who fights at 168 pounds. So if you ask me, I think that's a great deal. And now for the main attraction of the day. At the tender age of 28, Canelo Alvarez became the face of boxing, having to win multiple world championships, going for his 3rd division against a fighter who is much bigger than him, has a lot of experience, has the will to win, has the heart to win. But facing him in the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, when I mentioned to Saul, and when he mentioned to us that he wants to fight in New York, I mean, what better place than Madison Square Garden, where the greats have fought. Canelo Alvarez will, in the last 20 years, be the second Mexican national fighter next to Julio Cesar Chavez to fight in Madison Square Garden. So this is a big deal for his countrymen. This is a big deal for boxing and a big deal for Saul Canelo Alvarez. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the undisputed middleweight champion of the world from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Gracias. Muchas gracias. Primero que nada quiero agradecerles a todos por estar aquí. Muchas gracias por su apoyo.
Before anything, I want to say thank you for being here and thank you for your support.
Estoy muy contento de estar aquí en el Madison Square Garden.
I'm very happy to be here at Madison Square Garden.
Es un sueño más realizado en mi carrera.
It's just yet another story, another dream realized in my career.
Y en esta nueva etapa con DAZN también estoy muy contento, muy motivado.
And this new phase in my career with DAZN, I'm very happy and I'm motivated.
Quizás muchos no le dan el crédito que se merece Rocky Fielding, pero por algo es campeón mundial.
Perhaps many don't give the credit to Rocky Fielding that he deserves, but for a reason he's a world champion.
Yo sé lo que es, sé el riesgo que tengo enfrente, me preparé muy fuerte como siempre.
I know who he is. I trained very hard. I know the challenge I have in front of me.
Sé que va a ser una pelea fuerte el sábado, pero me gustan los retos, estamos listos para hacer historia.
I know that I have a tough fight, but I like the challenges and I know we're going to make history. I'm ready for that.
Y espero que disfruten de una gran noche el sábado. Muchas gracias a todos.
I hope that you all enjoy. Have a great night this Saturday. Thank you to all of you.
Right now, he may appear in the promotion to this fight because of obviously the success and the size of Canelo Alvarez as the challenger, but one thing is for sure, he is the champion going into this fight and he will defend his belt with honor and pride on Saturday night. I'd like to call up to say a few words the reigning WBA super middleweight champion of the world from Liverpool, Rocky Fielding.
Thank you all. Thank you, Golden Boy, Canelo, for the opportunity. As they said, you know, I'm the world champion here. I've come over here as a world champion. It's great to be here. You know, as you're saying, the history behind it is unbelievable. I was here 3 years ago. I was sitting right up the top there, watching the Knicks game, just dreaming one day to fight here. 3 years down the line, I've put so much work in. I've had a lot of setbacks, but I've kept positive. And here I am. My name's all around the arena. From sitting up the top to here is unbelievable, and I'm looking forward to it. I went to Germany. No one gave me a chance in Germany, and I took it with both hands. I went over there and done a good job. And the same year, no one's going to give me a chance here, but I prepared well. I believe in myself. I've come here as a champion. That's what champions do. They win and defend it wherever they need to defend it. And this is a great opportunity, and I'm really happy to be here, and I am grateful. So thank you for the support, and see you Saturday.
Thank you very much, Rocky. So, in boxing,